The Bible presents a range of intriguing creatures, some of which can evoke a sense of awe or even fear. While our perceptions of certain beings may differ from their biblical descriptions, exploring these entities can offer unexpected insights. For instance, cherubim are often depicted as cute and chubby, but their biblical portrayal may challenge those expectations. Similarly, the vivid imagery of the beasts in Revelation can be unsettling, prompting deeper reflection on their symbolic significance. And if Nephilim wasn't frightening enough, the Leviathan will give you nightmares. Let's take a look at 5 of these weird and wonderful beings found in the Bible, counting down from 5 to 1. Before we continue, we kindly ask viewers to subscribe to our channel and like our video if they find it informative and engaging. Your support helps us continue creating content like this. Thank you. Now, let's kick off the countdown, starting from 5. Behemoth. The behemoth, mentioned in the book of Job, specifically in chapter 40, plays a significant role in God's response to Job's complaints about his suffering and his questioning of divine justice. In this part of the story, God's response to Job takes the form of a series of rhetorical questions and vivid descriptions of various aspects of creation, including the behemoth. Look now at the behemoth, which I made along with you. He eats grass like an ox. See now, his strength is in his hips, and his power is in his stomach muscles. He moves his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his thighs are tightly knit. His bones are like beams of bronze, his ribs like bars of iron. He is the first of the ways of God. Only he who made him can bring near his sword. Job 40, verse 15 to 19. This passage presents the behemoth as a truly awe-inspiring creature, endowed with immense strength and power. The description emphasizes the animal's physical attributes, highlighting its size, strength, and resilience. 4. Leviathan. In various passages, the Bible references a colossal sea creature known as the Leviathan. The term Leviathan originates from the Hebrew word denoting twisted, coiled, indicating its formidable appearance. Biblical descriptions paint a vivid picture of the Leviathan as a massive, fearsome predator that instilled dread in people. It was a creature beyond human control, only subject to the authority of God. God used the Leviathan as a demonstration of his unparalleled power and wisdom, particularly in his dialogue with Job. Described as a creature without fear, the Leviathan stood unrivaled on earth, impervious to any attempt at subjugation by man or beast. Job 41, verse 33. Its strength was overwhelming, its scales impenetrable to weaponry. Job 41, verse 13, 15 to 17. Even the mightiest of materials, like iron, were as fragile as straw before it. Job 41, verse 27. And approaching its jaws meant certain death. Job 41, verse 18 to 21. Despite its fearsome nature, God asserted his supremacy by rhetorically suggesting that, despite its might, God emphasized his superiority by stating that he could effortlessly play with the Leviathan like a bird and tame it like a pet for children. Job 41, verse 5. This vivid imagery served to underscore to Job that even the most formidable creature paled in comparison to the omnipotent might of God. 3. Cherubim. Cherubim, often associated with the cherubic cupids of Valentine's Day lore, possess a far more intricate and formidable nature when examined through the lens of their biblical origins. In Ezekiel 1 verse 10, these celestial beings are depicted with 4 faces. The face of a human being, and the face of a lion on the right side, and the face of an ox on the left side, and the face of an eagle. Ezekiel 1 verse 10. Additionally, each cherub is described as having 4 wings, as well as straight legs capped with shiny bronze bull hooves, as detailed in Ezekiel 1 verse 6. their celestial responsibilities are equally profound. According to Genesis 3 verse 24, cherubim are entrusted with guarding sacred spaces, such as the gates of Eden. Their significance extends to the Ark of the Covenant, where they are sculpted onto its lid, as stated in Exodus 25 verse 18 to 20. Despite their awe-inspiring depiction in Scripture, the visual representation of cherubim has evolved over time. As artistic depictions shifted, they became associated with the imagery of the Greek and Roman god of love, resulting in the familiar portrayal of cherubim as lovable winged infants, a departure from their formidable biblical characterization. 2. Ophanim. In the Hebrew Bible, there's a mention of the Ophanim angels, most famously in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel's vision gives a vivid description linked with the appearance of the cherubim. As I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the ground beside each creature, with its 4 faces. This was the appearance and structure of the wheels. They sparkled like topaz, and all 4 looked alike. Each appeared to be made like a wheel intersecting a wheel. As they moved, they would go in any one of the 4 directions the creatures were faced. The wheels did not change direction as the creatures went. Their rims were high and awesome, and all 4 rims were full of eyes all around. Ezekiel 1 verse 15 to 18. This vision shows the Ophanim as part of a celestial chariot, moving together with the living creatures known as the cherubim, symbolizing different aspects of creation. Bringing up the rear on our countdown is 1. Nephilim. In Genesis, right after Adam and Eve got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, humanity started multiplying. While most of this proceeded as expected, there were some peculiar happenings too. It was a chaotic time in the Bible's narrative, and certain oddities tend to get overlooked, especially in mainstream teachings. Enter the Nephilim. According to Genesis chapter 6, the sons of God, often interpreted as fallen angels, took notice of human women and decided they looked pretty appealing. These angels then married mortal women, and their offspring were the Nephilim, described as a race of violent giants. Just how big were they? In numbers, they're likened to humans as humans are to grasshoppers. So, yeah, pretty massive. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text not included in the Bible, even suggests they were nearly a mile tall. They're also seen as symbolic of the corruption that led to God's decision to wipe out humanity with the Great Flood. In summary, the strange Bible tales, including the accounts of creatures like the Leviathan, serve as reminders of the mysterious and awe-inspiring nature of God's creation. They invite us to marvel at His power and wisdom, encouraging us to approach His word with humility and wonder.